Hey y'all. Okay, so we gonna start calling this, I guess, the Kitchen Chronicles. I've been on my computer all day, so the last place I want to be right now is on that big ass computer with lights and cameras all in my face, trying to make professional videos. I feel like I can get the point across without all of that. Okay, so we're gonna do this shit right here in the kitchen. Okay, because I gotta eat dinner. But y'all. So now, I mean, we got a lot of shit going on, but on top of all of this shit going on, we got these immigrants, okay? They out here protesting, y'all. They got the nerve in Fresno to be protesting.
Hundreds coming out demanding an end to deportation operations, many doing it on behalf of others fearing a similar fate.
I've personally gone to work, picked fruit at the fields with my mom, so I see the hard work that they put every single day out there, whether it's cold or hot, and I know how much being here means to them.
While there were waves of support, some were not so friendly, but the main focus for many during the demonstration was staying at ease.
They are in Chicago protesting.
Right now in Pilsen, many people brave the cold to protest Donald Trump's plan for mass deportation of migrants. As Sade Gray tells us tonight, they want to send a message not only to the president-elect, but to local leaders as well.
The administration of President-elect Donald Trump says they will focus on Chicago to initiate raids and deportation of undocumented immigrants. That's why more than 50 organizations have gathered here in Pilsen to send a message.
Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico! Now, you know, they're coming for Chicago. The borders are said that's the first place that he is going. And people are really upset in Chicago and are really welcoming that, right? That's actually something that they want. This is the voice of what the people have to say in Chicago.
You all sit up there and said you will not allow Trump to come in here and get these illegals. Yeah, you can smile. We're in $1 billion deficit. And you spent half of our money, half of that on illegals. You campaign and double down that you would not raise property taxes.
I won't raise your property taxes.
You wanted to raise our taxes $300 million. They shut it down. Now we back here for $150 million. Okay. See, this is what we asking now. Since you want to crash out, some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic.
Ma'am, I would ask that you
keep your,
hold on a second, stop her time. Stop her time. Just a second. Stop her time. Ma'am, I would ask that you, if you want to continue speaking, you have to make sure that your language is appropriate, okay? All right.
Alex.
Okay, you can begin her time again.
You're going to spend our tax dollars to go, Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. That's cool, because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's going to ride? I think not.
Mr. Brandon Johnson, I'm up here. I am speaking right now, so I would love your undivided attention, please. I'll wait. So this just proves to you the lack of leadership that you show in this city. You can't even give me straight eye contact. Now, I'm going to let you know now, the people of Chicago, we're done with you. It is insane how we have been voting Democrat for over 60 plus years, and we've never seen a change from people like you, Lori Lightfoot, Robbie Emanuel. It is insane. Chicago was 37% red. In 2020, it was only 15%. So we're waking up. So you can pretend that this isn't happening, but I know for a fact that you will not have that seat the next election.
You so strong about protecting those aliens, but you won't do nothing for the U.S. citizens. I got a great way how we can what we can do with this budget. First, let's start with cutting off illegals, getting free everything. Free housing, free schooling, free food. Yeah, let's start with that. That'll save us a lot of money. What, $600 million? Let's start there. Then let's start with your salary. You are going down in history as the worst mayor in America. Let's start with cutting yours. You making too much money. Let's start there. You Democrats, and you remember you told us to defund the police? Remember, you ran on that. Remember, you was to defund the police? Let's start with that. Let's defund the police detail that you have. And let's put the police back in our neighborhood, because we're not for defunding the police. Won't you just practice what you preach? Remove all the details. We saw you coming in today. You had all the police presence. So let's take some of that away.
Shout out to Chicago. I understand you mad as hell. I'm mad as hell with y'all, okay? Now, you got these folks out here protesting, and I guess one of the things that I find really offensive myself as an American, y'all tell me how offended this makes you. Like, they're out here and everybody is screaming and protesting about the Constitution and what they have the right to do.
The CPD advisory, which is based on Chicago's welcoming city ordinance designed to protect undocumented immigrants, mirrors the Illinois Trust Act, a state law which prohibits law enforcement from cooperating with U.S. immigration and customs enforcement officials. That means police can't collect or provide information about a person's immigration status.
If you look at even a memo by the Chicago Police Department, they have also said that it's unconstitutional.
Now, somebody correct me if I am wrong, but if you are an immigrant, you're not an American citizen if you are here illegally and you don't have any paperwork. You're not a citizen of America. So how are you talking to us about motherfucking constitutional rights? Shouldn't those constitutional rights apply to American citizens? If you are not an American citizen, what the fuck are you talking to me about constitutional rights for? Like, is that just me? Is something wrong with me? Or y'all feel what I'm saying? I don't understand why they want to keep standing on that shit. So that's offensive for one. Then we got these DACA babies out here.
With immigration picking up, people like us, it motivated me even more because I am a dreamer. I'm a DACA recipient, so it hits home.
This man, going by his first name Osvaldo, says he helped organize the protest matching similar demonstrations in Bakersfield.
And no offense, but if you need to take offense, take offense. Fuck these DACA kids, okay? Do y'all know that DACA babies come in here, these dreamer kids, okay? These are children of the immigrants, and they come in here, they get free school, they get all kind of opportunity that they do not give to American people. Now, we are upset about all of the funds and the stuff that they have been giving these immigrants. And it is ridiculous. I don't think some of us even know the half of what they have been given. There are places where immigrants are in apartments fully furnished with 2 years of rent, fully paid, no utilities or nothing you have to pay, okay? So this is what they're being given. Last time I checked, they're not giving this to any vets that are out there on the street homeless. You see what happened in California, right? In them LA fires and stuff. I don't see them. I bet they won't be helping no Americans, especially not no black people with none of this stuff, right? They're not finna do nothing for us like this. Where's some 2 years of rent-free, fully furnished apartments for Americans who have actually given their lives damn near for the freedoms of this country that they claim that we have, they keep giving to everybody else, or for all of the taxpayers that are American and are paying taxes in this damn country, right? And have been here all of their goddamn lives, were born here, and this is our country. You ain't got no help for nobody that's struggling in this economy right now that's an American, but y'all got so much for all of these people, right? So in being offended at that, you should also know that they have all kind of stuff for immigrants they've been giving them. Immigrants without even citizenship. No citizenship. You can come over here on asylum and there are home loans that they can get. It's not based on their credit score or nothing because you don't have no credit score. You ain't got no goddamn social security number. So they are over here just giving them all kind of advantages. They have always done that. Then they got these DACA babies. I have a question for American babies. How many of you have gone off to college or school and you owe a debt? And if you could get from underneath your student loan debt with a dumbass degree that 9 times out of 10 don't really turn into no real career for a whole lot of people. I know. I have 2 bachelor's degrees, okay? Ask me if I've ever used any of them. No. I have a great living that I make, right? And a way that I live, but my degrees didn't afford me that, right? my motivation, my hard work, and my business sense. And the businesses that I run made me that. My degrees didn't help me with none of that, okay? But I'm definitely stuck with a student loan bill. And I could pay it, but I don't pay it because, shit, if DACA babies ain't got to pay it, y'all gonna be asking me for that shit to the day I die, okay? So I just think that it's real disrespectful. And you see them out here talking about, well, I'm a dreamer, baby. Get your ass on and dream some goddamn where else, okay? And then I think the last thing that bothers me, I don't know, this doesn't have anything to do with being American. This has everything to do with being a black woman. Like, why? And every time we see so many other people in this country get put before black people, we have not received no reparations. They ain't got nothing to help black folks with. And they owe us. Let's be clear. Let's be real clear about that, okay? Nobody is begging for a handout. Like, our ancestors were promised 40 acres and a meal. So what does that cost today? What is the cost of that? Because they never gave those reparations to black people. So if we are the descendants of them, then y'all still owe that payment. There are companies that are billion-dollar companies that made their wealth and shit off of the backs of slavery. And this is why they are even wealthy today. I think they owe us something, right? So that's a whole nother scenario. It ain't a begging thing. You actually owe us, but you out here giving handouts to everybody else. And then in the midst of all of this, it's always one Negro who in the crowd talking about help these folks. Okay, maybe it's two Negroes that's always in the crowd screaming about helping all of these other people.
Sanctuary city.
That's right.
We're not going to allow Trump, ICE, or anybody else, members of the city council, like Lopez, to change that, are we?
No.
So we got a big fight ahead of us. But we're going to win this one. We're going to win this one. Coming out the gate, we're going to win this one.
I'm sick of it. So anyway, with everything else going on, y'all, we got these immigrants out here protesting. Like, that's their right. You don't have no rights. You ain't no citizen. You shouldn't have no rights. You shouldn't have no rights. Just like the people in prison that they got out there fighting them damn fires in Los Angeles, paying them slave wages. And I am tired of y'all talking about the jobs that y'all work, how y'all gonna provide so much for the American people, how we gonna eat without y'all. Really? Really? Let's be clear about the immigrants that come into this country and they working in fields and they pick and they do the farming. Guess what? Americans would do that job if you gave them a legal wage. I am so tired of everybody acting like Americans are lazy. No, baby, we're not lazy. We're just not desperate enough for you to put us somewhere, pay us a slave wage and work us for $2 damn an hour, $5 an hour. See, let's keep this in perspective. A lot of those people that are out there working in those farming jobs and all of these jobs y'all scream, the immigrants keep everything going, they're being paid illegal wages. The reason Americans don't work those jobs is because, baby, you got to pay us a legal wage. So when you shut that motherfucking shit up and you start paying a real legal livable wage, then Americans would take those jobs. Until then, especially for the black people, baby, we've already been slaves and built this country on the backs of our ancestors. I'll be damned if we be slaves willingly.